welcome back to Talent Hub Talk. If you're listening to this shortly after the release date, I hope you had a great break and I wish you a very happy new year. So this is a quick episode to look back at the final quarter of 2023 in the ANZ Salesforce market. This was, unfortunately, a quarter that brought a lot of sadness for the Salesforce ecosystem with the news of the passing of Gemma Blizzard. Now, I couldn't record this episode without mentioning Gemma, as I know she meant so much to so many people. And even though we are on the other side of the world here in ANZ, her friendship definitely reached many, many people in this part of the world. And her efforts with Ladies Be Architects and general encouragement for others meant and will continue to mean so much to so many people all around the world. At Talent Hub, we will always remember our interactions with Gemma very fondly, and we're proud to be sponsoring Ladies Be Architects as the group continues to deliver the great work that Gemma started. Now, 2023 has been a challenging year for many in the Salesforce ecosystem, and the last quarter was no different, unfortunately. We saw the lowest number of Salesforce jobs being advertised in ANZ last quarter compared to any other quarter in 2023. At times, it did feel as though things were picking up in the quarter, and we did see a late flurry of activity in December, but we also saw a new wave of redundancies with people being let go from large and mid-tier partners, as well as some banks. We did see some companies weathering the storm well and had some clients that were still adding to the team and growing as the quarter went on, especially some sub-20 headcount consulting partners. Yet other partners at this scale were unfortunately losing staff. The differences I noticed between small partners who were growing and others that were cutting back was the growing partners had really clearly defined specialisms and had expertise in niche areas of Salesforce. I really think having those specialisms and niche expertise helped weather the storm and pick up new clients. Although there were more Salesforce professionals on the market after redundancies, it still proved very difficult to fill certain Salesforce roles, and finding great talent really came down to timing. At one stage, it took over 7 months to source a great Salesforce administrator for a client of ours due to specific requirements that our client had. Whereas we were able to source a Salesforce industry solution architect for another client in a little over a week. In both cases, it came down to being tuned into the market so that we heard about candidates when they were becoming available right at the right time, as missing out on those particular individuals could have meant the role staying open for much longer. Timing really was everything when it came to hiring through 2023. We saw several companies looking to convert contractors into permanent members of staff to save on costs. And in some cases, we did see contractors taking on this change in structure, hoping for more security. But in others, we saw contractors prefer to go back into the market and look for other contract roles. For us as a business, contract vacancies were down in the first 2 months of the quarter, with a bit of a spike in December. Some of the areas we saw clients really struggle to find talent in were for Salesforce administrators with strong flow experience, marketing cloud specialists at all levels, sales execs, and in certain specialisms of Salesforce industries. We also saw many consulting firms looking to hire security-cleared Salesforce professionals, which I think will be a trend that continues into 2024. Recruitment processes were slower than ever with a lot of companies throughout 2023, really, but it really did feel things were slowing down in the last quarter. Companies were maybe feeling they were spoiled for choice with high numbers of job applicants. But in my experience, and from a lot of the conversations I have and had, a high number of job applicants often didn't translate to a high number of suitable candidates, which often meant that companies regretted moving slowly when they realized the suitable candidates had actually taken other roles when they finally moved through the recruitment process. Like I said before, timing really was everything. Obviously, towards the latter stages of 2023, we have heard a lot about AI and data cloud. But as yet, as a business, these have not really translated into new vacancies or higher demand being generated in these areas. I am confident, though, that this will change in 2024. So I think it's really important to position yourself accordingly. As I mentioned previously, there was a slight spike in requirements towards the latter stages of the quarter. So we did see a bit of a spike, maybe companies hurrying to hire. And before the Christmas period, we saw a bit of a spike in contract roles. So let's hope that this continues as we move into and through 2024. We have had a number of positive conversations about future plans, and there definitely is an appetite for growth still with a number of companies. But obviously, we need to see how things look in the global economy to see how those plans take shape. I still believe it's a great ecosystem to be involved in. I think there's going to be opportunity for people that have strong skills across the platform, maybe strong specialized skills in certain areas, people that can add lots of value to Salesforce teams. I still feel the Salesforce ecosystem is going to be a good place to work. And really looking forward to supporting you in any way that we can and wishing you the very best for the year to come.